business booth in Iros. I'm still in Iros 2024. Sir, please introduce yourself and your company, please. What are you doing here?
Yeah, so my name's Dr. Zaki Hussain, and we're actually a company that's based in Scotland. So I'm partially Egyptian, which is where my name comes from. And we make electronic skin for robots. So we're giving a human-like sense of touch for robots. This is currently missing. Many robots are clumsy and actually dangerous because they don't feel the world around them. So we want to really change this. There are a number of tactile sensors on the market, but the problem is they're limited in where you can put them. You can't put them all around like you would have human skin all around your body. So we're trying to make this kind of technology.
So I know one company, DoBot, they use skin on their robotic arm. So you're talking about the same thing. So the robotic arm is then converted into a cobot. That kind of thing?
Yeah, you could think about it. So all of these cobots could use skin. So for example, to make a robot safer, you could add skin to the rest of the body. The challenge with current sensors is they don't actually give you the same information as human skin. They don't tell you exactly where you're touching, how much force you're applying, so you don't know if you've hit somebody hard or soft, exactly how much, and you can't do really smart things with it. So we wanted to show what the world would look like when robots could have really high quality skin. And so what we did last year is we put a robot in a hospital for 5 months, which was being teleoperated by nurses. So it was a nursing robot. And we're really focused on doing these high value, very difficult, dexterous tasks in a hospital environment. So things that nurses would do, doctors would do, but in a more general way than surgical robots. So surgical robots are really good at doing precise surgery, but they're not good at doing all the other things that surgeons and humans do. We're trying to enable that generalizability for robots.
That's very, very ambitious, you know that, and especially the skin part. It's not like simulation where you make 10 mistakes and then you say my code is working. So it's best of luck with that. How big is this market?
So I think the market size is growing because people need, let's go, there's a few different markets. Many of the humanoid robot companies, for example, are not looking at the healthcare market. They think it's too challenging. And it would be if you didn't have these kind of sensors. So we're trying to open up this market by providing these sensor technologies to other companies. The humanoid market is quite big. You'll know warehousing is one. You have car manufacturing plants or factories. We also have nuclear decommissioning, for example. So all of these are quite large. I think the market's estimated at over 65 billion at the moment, when it can be, fully achieved. But there is a challenge. Right now, most humanoids and most robots are lacking dexterity. They can't do with their hands what we can do. So we see that being bottlenecked or prevented because they don't feel really what they're doing. So we're trying to unlock the full potential of dexterity in all of that market segment, in addition to healthcare, right?
That's good. So let's talk about your company. Is it a public company or a family-owned business, or what about it? Spin-off?
Yeah. So it's quite an interesting company. So I was doing my PhD in this field in University of Edinburgh. And then towards the end of my PhD, I didn't want my research to just be left on the shelf, so I started this company to commercialize it and to try and really, scale it up, mass manufacture this technology. So we've been around for about 6 years now, and we're actually just launching our first mass-producible product here at Iros. It's a small fingertip, you can see over here.
Yeah.
So over here you can see this is a very small fingertip. It's human-sized, and if I press it here, you'll see that there's a visualization of the forces that I'm pressing around this fingertip. And what we do is obviously provide the sense of touch through this, and we can put it on many robots because it's such a small fingertip. And then we can map the touch from here to a human who's controlling the robot. So there are haptic gloves with haptics, and this maps directly onto these haptic gloves.
So you can do this teleoperation.
You can do teleoperation, yeah. So the most important thing, I think, is we've actually made the first sensor that maps one-to-one to these haptic gloves, which are the best haptic gloves on the market. There aren't any other sensors that do that. And that means that you can very naturally do teleoperation. You'll feel very naturally like the glove is part of this, system which has this finger. There are two reasons you might want this. One is for avatars or remote work in hospitals. So you can use a robot, dexterous robot. A clinician or a nurse can work remotely from home and do things in a hospital with a patient, maybe in an infectious disease unit. So you don't spread any disease through robots, right? Because you don't have them humans present. But the other thing you can do is gather data to train an autonomous robot. So currently autonomous robots lack dexterity. And one of the reasons is they don't have good enough tactile senses, but they also haven't been able to gather enough data via human demonstrations. So this platform allows you to gather that data on the robot side and also for the human to actually feel more realistically what they're doing.
So again, the same question, your business, when you started, it was funded completely by you, or you got some venture capitalists?
So at the beginning, I didn't know how to get venture capital on board. So we generated revenue actually from day one.
Wow. Good job. How was that? You were like, how?
So while I was doing my PhD, I was at a conference and I was approached by a client in the UK who does a lot of robotics. And they said, look, could we apply this research that you're doing in making skins, could we apply it to picking and placing soft fruits and vegetables? Because we've been struggling with this for a long time. Robots keep squashing the fruit and the vegetables. So, I said probably yes, but you'd need to pay for the contract and we can do an integration into your system. And that's how we started as a company.
That's fantastic. So basically, you own the whole company?
After that, we had 2 rounds of investment. So now I own the majority of the company.
That's very good. So I am honestly, genuinely proud of you. What do you say? Wallahi al-azim. In your Egyptian accent.
Thank you.
What's next?
What's next? That's a good question. Well, we have a humble ambition of revolutionizing robot dexterity. So we want to see robots with a human-like sense of touch, which is still missing. So we've been very focused on things like slip detection, incipient slip detection. So how do you make a stable grasp and the robot doesn't let anything slip? This is something humans do intuitively, naturally. So that would be our first challenge that we want to solve.
So how expensive are you?
How
expensive are your products?
So I would say at the moment you'll probably have to contact us to find out. But what I can say is that given the capability we are providing, we are very cost effective compared to anybody else on the market. So I would compare, for example, our cost with a company like Xila Robotics in Japan, and I would say that our cost is probably lower than theirs.
Okay, so a couple of things. Let's talk about universities. Are you still working with the universities to develop something for you?
We work a lot with, we're actually based on the research campus of Heriot-Watt University, which is a university in Edinburgh. So we work a lot with academics. We do a lot of internships. We also hire a lot of people who maybe won't get academic jobs and want to continue their research. We will do that kind of collaboration.
That's good. So I can see some quadrupeds also. Are you using quadrupeds or they are just for fun? What's that going on? That's a different thing.
Yeah, so this side is the National Robotarium. So this is actually this is a center for robotics in the UK, in Scotland, one of the biggest. We are actually based there as a startup, and we collaborated to make this exhibition together with them.
Okay, so you are bound to promote them,
or? I would say we're both promoting each other in this exhibition, but we work together for some projects. So I would highly.
Very good. So just one last question. Do you think the humanoids are ready to be used in industry at the moment, or we have to stick with these robotic arms?
Well, I would say some industries, but not safety critical industries. And it really depends if you have legs or not on your humanoid. So for example, we can see companies like Figure and others who are collaborating with BMW and putting robots inside the factories. And you can see Tesla as well doing this. So I think that's possible because the factories themselves are designed around the robot. Those areas are designed for robot work. But we're not at a point yet where robotics can go into the wild, where it can go into a chaotic human environment with unpredictable scenarios. And the reason we're not there, there's a lot to develop there, but one of the reasons is safety. So we did put a humanoid in a hospital, but it was a humanoid on wheels, and it could feel touch everywhere on the body. So if patients or clinicians would do unexpected things, it would be able to feel that and react to it in a very safe way. So I think that's what we need to get humanoids, out of purpose-built, structured environments and factories.
So if you have a robot on wheels, do you think that takes away all the glamour of a humanoid? It should be like that's what we call humanoid. I mean,
That's true.
We are not there yet. So, anyhow, Zaki, absolute pleasure meeting you. God bless you. I'm very happy to hear your story. I hope I see you soon, like this. Or where can I see you next? Are you going to some exhibition?
We'll definitely. I will be at least at the ICRA next year. So
Atlanta, I think.
Atlanta, that's the one. Yeah. So the best place to find me next time is at the tactile workshop or visual tactile workshop at ICRA, where I'll be giving a talk actually next time as well. So
that's great. So you're not available in Edinburgh anymore?
No, Edinburgh, we have an office. So I'm there, I would say, at least half the year. The rest of the year, we're also, to be honest, a lot of our business is outside of the UK because it's high-end products and robotics, and UK has only a number of companies in robotics.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum.